StoryInTheMirror.com discusses a woman who invited 3 couples and their kids away for the weekend. She asked her guests to pay for a dinner party celebrating her hubby's 40th birthday. This begs the question, if you invite people to a party, is it okay to ask them to pay for it? The answer, spoiler alert, is no.
No.
We asked our neighbors what they thought of this. Let's take a look.
If I was asked by a host to pay a fee to attend their party, I think I would probably pay it. It depends on who it is, the event, and if I know it's going to be fun.
I prefer go to a free party, not to pay, because it's a private party. So if you need to buy the beer, the liquor, here in the United States, it's very expensive to drink at night. So if I need to pay to enter in a party, I prefer to go a free party.
If it was a close family member or a close friend, but not just an associate.
I agree with her.
I agree with that, too.
I agree with that.
But to me, I always ask the question, maybe you shouldn't be throwing the party.
Right. Well, here's the thing. We know some multimillionaires who invited a certain person at this desk to a party. Angela, and they would not, they told you to what?
They put on the invitation, first of all, you could only bring current spouses, so no guests, no boyfriends, people you're dating, and also said to bring your own beverage. And they meant beverage, not alcoholic beverage because they don't drink or something, they meant water.
Yes.
To bring your own water, and you're walking into this millions of dollars home, and that's how, and we know some other people who had one of the rudest invitations I've ever seen in my life, where they put on the invitation, you must show up with a bottle of wine and make sure it's like a potluck, right? But they were like, and make sure that what you bring is homemade and good. None of that cheap store-bought, like this just
literally.
All the languaging was so insulting.
I've never gone back again.
No, and I literally told them, I was like, that's like the worst invitation I've ever heard in my life.
Yes.
And people just don't get it. So we polled our Frangelistas.
Yes, and asked them whether they'd go to a party if the host required guests to pay for it. 23% of you said yes, 77% of you said no.
So let's bring out our guest event planner, STACEY RUIZ.
Hi, STACEY.
Hi, STACEY. Now,
Hi, ladies.
do you think this host was out of line?
I do not think it was in line.
Nice.
Absolutely. I mean, I know, like you guys have said, like you've been invited to parties. I've too have been invited and have helped host parties. But I have been invited where I remember specifically the host asked, do you want to attend my birthday? And I said, absolutely. I'd love to attend your birthday. With a follow-up text, by the way, it's X amount per person. And then once you already say yes, you're stuck in that corner. So I think what this host was doing kind of put those couples in that corner as well and made them feel, very uncomfortable, but I don't think it's right. Not if you're going to invite someone.
And we've been invited to dinner and somebody said, oh, and by the way, it's my birthday, and they selected a place that's very expensive.
Yeah.
And you know what, and I always would put something on somebody else's, but to be told kind of the expectation
Of course, 100%.
is so rude to me.
We actually go out of our way, tell us this is right, to make sure that when we have things that we're inviting people to, what is the cheapest, most accessible place for everyone so that nobody feels like they can't go or they have to watch what they're doing while they're there.
You don't want people to end up at your party being bitter.
Yes.
Yeah,
Because then it just,
way too
the
careful.
mood is just, the mood's off.
So do you have any tips for being how to do a gracious invitation or be a gracious host and guest?
Yeah, I think definitely to be a gracious host, I think starts with obviously the invitation. When you invite people, the wording, making them feel comfortable, letting them know what they're coming to, whether it is a potluck or anything like that, or if hey, we're gonna have a small gathering, maybe bring a drink that you prefer to drink, just kind of make them feel like they're part of planning the party with you.
Yes.
For the host also, I would say, as people arrive, make it as comfortable as possible. Welcome them, make sure you're around, not in the kitchen going crazy and putting things out. Do that ahead of time, You
mean don't, when they give you the bottle of wine, like this is the bottle of wine, you're like, give this to me, go.
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
Like, don't do that.
Yeah.
You know who I'm talking to.
You know who
did that.
You are.
You know who you
did
are.
that. Right. And you should always bring something, just a little something if you're a guest.
I agree. Never go to someone's house in general empty-handed, ever.
What happened to that?
Never.
Well, thank you so much for being here, STACEY.
Stacey.
Me Time with Frangela.